Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm starting a new workout series. I got a workout journal. It was pure dumbbell workout journal from a place called Habit Nest, and it gave me a lot of good information. This was when I was first really getting back into working out. I've been working out for a while, but this is when I really started to work out. I haven't been working out as much back then, but I was just really starting to find my place, and I really found this journal to be helpful. So today I'm going to be starting to go back through it and just giving you some information about it. You'll see the cover of it's going to be down here somewhere, and I'll include each page somewhere in the video just to get an idea of kind of what we're looking at. What I'm doing is kind of going chapter by chapter almost, providing you some information and just really laying you in on what the goal of this workout journal is going to be. So they start with basically telling you how the journal works, and them giving you a step-by-step tutorial or journal of a way to almost improve your life, start better habits. And that's really what one of these is, just working out, how to start working out. So they pretty much tell you what to do each day. They offer a wide range of dumbbell workouts, and before each workout they actually tell you, look at the workouts, look what you're doing, what is each exercise going to be, how many sets are you going to do, what's your rep range, and they even explain each workout. There's a little index that will explain each workout, and that's a really great, helpful tool that they have. And during each workout, they tell you that you fill in the number of reps you've completed, fill in the weight you use, and keep track of your workout, which I'm sure if you've been working out even for a few months or a few weeks, you already do that. So this is just a more organized way to help you stay organized for someone who's just brand new and they want to try this. But most of us record somewhere, either on an app, a notebook, a journal already. Most equipment is all dumbbell work, which is what I'm going to try and stick to be honest. I might sometimes do some barbell work, depending on how much weight I use. For like something for like squats or deadlifts, I can usually deadlift like 265, 275. So most exercises, especially the accessory exercises, I'm really going to try and stick to those dumbbells. They tell you to track your weightlifting. They even define right away what strength training is. So strength training, according to Habit Nest, is using physical weights or your body weight to contract your muscles under tension to stimulate growth, strength, power, and endurance. You know you want growth, you want your muscles to be under tension, you want to stimulate them somehow, and you want to build up that endurance. So that's where the high rep range comes in, endurance. You want intensity. You want to actually feel like you're working out. If you're just pushing 15-pound dumbbells on a bench press when you can actually do like 50s, that's not really building endurance. You feel like you're doing nothing really. So the factors that determine the quality of the workout, which again, if you've been working out, these almost are common sense. So frequency, how often you train, the time, how long you train, or kind of what's your rest between sets, the intensity, how hard you train, and the types of exercises. Most of us have a leg day, chest day, back day, or push-pull leg day. Most of this is common sense for us that's been lifting, but for someone who is new to this, like I was a few years ago, this is like really good information. This is the principle as to why they made this journal. It says, our bodies change when we push our current limits. The moment your level of intensity becomes normal is the moment you stop changing. And that is like Bible verse, put on a t-shirt, put it on the back of an F-350. That's just beautiful. So the moment your level of intensity becomes normal, that's when you stop changing. You always want to build yourself up to be better, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, your mind, your body, you're training it. The moment you just have consistency is the moment you're like, well, I'm bored, my life sucks. You know, you always want to be pushing yourself. That's why I'm doing personal training. That's why I'm doing these research. I'm doing these videos. Going back to the workout, the factors, the frequency, time, intensity, types of exercises, they also tell you the importance of rest. And I did my maxing out day. One of the things I said was I should have been resting more. Usually you want to rest between 30 and 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes if you're going for like a 1 rep max. If you're doing 12 or more reps, rest for 30 seconds, 6 to 12 reps, or even I'd say even 6 to 8 reps, maybe rest for 60 seconds. And then once you get into that 1 to 3, 1 to 4 rep range, I would say rest from 90 seconds to maybe 2 minutes. And as I've been learning and trying to do myself, have a rest day. So every week and a half, take a rest day. It gives your muscles a chance to recharge, gives your body a chance to recharge, your joints, mentally even. Just take a rest day. It's important. If you're someone who goes to the gym a lot like me, you're going to be antsy. You're going to do something. But rest days are important just for your health in general. So targeting the groups of muscles, chest, back, leg day, push-pull legs day. Do these at the gym. And they give you a great outline of the types of things that you want to be working out on. So the first one, which we all love the most, including me, is chest. And that's actually going to be your pectoral muscle. This is the largest muscle in your chest. And there's 3 parts to your chest. You have the upper chest, you have the middle chest, and you also have the under your chest, which kind of gives you that big, thick chest 3D look. It's good to tackle all 3 parts of the chest. Usually for my upper chest, incline bench press of some sort, whether it's barbell, dumbbell, even machines, those all work really great. And usually I keep it at a 30 to 45 degree angle, which I find best. Hits the upper chest without engaging too much at your shoulder, because the more you elevate it, the more it's going to hit your shoulder. And for the lower chest, there's decline chest, but really even a flat bench press will hit your chest. Bench press is called the compound exercise because it hits more than one muscle group: shoulders, chest, triceps. The back is the largest muscle in the upper body, and it usually goes from your traps, which some might say is part of your shoulder, which I would agree as well, but your back all the way down to your lower back. And there's 3 muscle groups that go along with your back. There's the traps, which I'm going to group in the back part of it. So the traps are going to be this, what I'm pinching right now, this is your traps. This is right below your neck. That's the traps. You can usually do shrugs for these with a barbell or dumbbell. I'm going to be demonstrating those in a little bit. You have your lats, which are going to be the muscles right below your armpit, right on the side. And then the back, you also have your scapular muscles, which are your shoulder blades. Those are going to be running kind of the middle part of your back. Those are going to be some really good back workouts too. And for lats, you can do pull-ups, lat pull-downs, dumbbell pullovers. For the scapular muscles, rows of some kind. Rows also hit the lats, but rows are also good just for the middle back, machine, dumbbell, chest supported. All those are going to work really well. The next one, and the one that is probably one of the most crucial for physique of the upper body, and one that I want to try and build up, is your shoulders. The shoulders give you that nice rounded look. You've heard of boulder shoulders, those huge shoulders that you see people have. Those really help with your physique. It helps make t-shirts fit better. If you're someone who's feels a little insecure on t-shirts, work on your shoulders, because that really creates that large shoulder and also brings out more of your chest and your back. And since when you do chest, you're engaging your shoulders, it's important to have strong shoulder muscles as well. There's 3 parts to the shoulder. You have the front of the shoulder, you have the medial or lateral side of your shoulder, which is going to be off to the side. You have the rear delt of your shoulder as well. So those are going to tackle each one of those. If you want a nice rounded shoulder, you have to tackle each one of your shoulders. And what most people are going to tell you, and I would say this as well, is you don't want to work too much of your front shoulder. And the reason is the front of your shoulder is usually going to get worked when you do some sort of pressing motion, whether it's bench press or shoulder press. The front of your shoulder is usually pretty engaged. So I will not often accessorize with the front of my shoulder. I used to do front raises with your shoulder. You can do those. After watching video, learning, doing research, I've learned that pressing is mostly going to do the job for you. The medial, you already know, it's lat raises, cables, dumbbells, just lat raise the hell out of them. And then the last one, the rear delt, which is actually going to be a larger part. Sometimes I'll even hit this on a back day. Rear delt flies, reverse flies often work the best. Some sort of rowing even. The reverse delt flies though I'll be doing today. I'll show you kind of what those look like. Again, you want to hit every muscle. Now we come along to the biceps. These bicep muscles are usually pretty small, but they're small, they recover quickly. They drain fast, but they also recover quickly. You have the long head and the short head of the bicep, and for the long head, is usually going to do preacher curls. That's a curl that you do kind of leaning forward. And you also have the short head, which is also do the concentration curls, which I might show you as well. Those are literally just, you just contract your focus, your sole focus is on the bicep. That's really all it is. You also, if you use a barbell, you can use a wide grip, which is more your hands are wider apart, or a close grip, which is your hands are closer together. And those are going to tackle each side of the head. Sometimes I'll just superset those. I'll do 10 reps long grip to 10 sets short grip. And those are just really helpful too. Triceps. Triceps are actually make up 2/3 of your arm. We all love curling. But if you want to be having those big arms, have those indents right there, you want to be hitting those triceps. And there's 3 heads to the tricep. The first head is the lateral side. Usually tricep kickbacks are going to work really, really well. You have the skull crushers, which are the over the head ones. And cable push downs are really going to be helpful too. That's when you have the medial head, which is the reverse grip push downs, where you kind of pull it palms up, pulling it down like that. And then you also have the long head, which is going to be the dips, overhead press extensions, things like that. The last one of the upper body, which a lot of people forget about, is going to be the forearms. You have the 2 bones of the forearms. You have the lateral and the ulna, which is also called the medial. Those are the bones. But the muscles that we want to focus on is the anterior and the posterior side of the forearm. So Zotman curls, which I love doing, I'll show you those. That's basically the opposite of a reverse grip push down. It's where you start with your biceps down. You just kind of raise your hands up like that. That's going to tackle this right here. Farmer carries are huge. I will show you some farmer carries. The last part of the upper body is actually going to be the core. And for the core, you have the external obliques, internal obliques, and you have the rectus abdominis. The rectus abdominis is going to be where you get those 6-pack. Looking straight at you in the mirror, you suck in your belly, you got the 6-pack, that's your rectus abdominis. The external and internal obliques are going to be more on the sides. That's kind of where we get our love handles at. Not scientifically termed, but the internal obliques, those are going to be your kind of the rotation. If you're going to do twists or some sort of twisting motion with those abs. And of course, the last one is going to be the legs. Usually in this journal, which is interesting, they split them into 3 parts. I'm going to split them into 4, and I'll explain why it can be 3 or 4 in a second. So the first one, when you think of legs, you usually think of the quad muscles. Those are the biggest muscles in your legs. The quads, obviously you can hit squats. Squats are a compound movement. They can hit the quads, the butt, a little bit of the hamstrings, the calves. So squats are good for everything. The hamstrings are often paired with glutes. Hamstring and glutes. Usually if you're into bodybuilding or you know how to work out, usually it's a leg day is a quad day, and then another day is the hamstring and the glute day. So that's why they pair them into 3. I'm going to pair them into 4. The hamstrings, Romanian deadlifts. You gotta go with that, you already know. Leg curls, if you really want to just target the hamstrings indirectly, you do the leg curls. Also for quads, you can do leg extensions for quads, leg curls for hamstrings. Glutes, you can do hip thrusters, glute kickbacks, glute bridges. I'll show you one of those. And calves, just got those calf raises. That's all you gotta do. Calves aren't complicated. You just rock back and forth on your toes for a few times and you hit calves. So pretty simple. As you can see, I got my list of the exercises that I'm going to do, starting with chest. I'm going to do one of each exercise, and then got the rest of my list right here. So I'm going to be hitting some hard movements. We're going to pretty much get started. Before I go though, I'm going to be thinking about that mind-muscle connection. One of the things they talk about in the Habit Nest is that mind-muscle connection, which think about how you're working out. If you're just doing lat pull downs and you're not really thinking about it, you're on your phone, you listen to music, then it's going to be, you're not just building or targeting the thing you want to. So really think about how you're working out. If you're bicep curling, think about how you're curling that weight. If you're chest pressing, think about how your hands are positioned, how your elbows, are your elbows sticking out, are your shoulders more engaged in your chest. Think about those things. That creates that mind-muscle connection, and you're going to see really serious growth if you really think about how that muscle is being connected, rather than just willy-nilly flapping your arms, doing some lateral raises, and you feel it in a weird shoulder, or you feel it in your chest, or lats, it's going to feel weird. So think about those. Think about what you need to do. I've talked about rest. Stretch after you work out. We're going to work out. So let's go.